Today I'll be doing a commemorative speech of my grandmother. This month it'll be 2 years since my grandmother has passed. It doesn't seem like it's been 2 years, but at the same time it's been the longest 2 years of my life. My grandmother, Mary Lee Janes, was an amazing woman. It saddens me that there are people that will never get to witness her laugh and smile. She was an amazing daughter, sister, wife, mother, aunt, cousin, and grandmother. She was always laughing. Her favorite flowers were sunflowers and daisies, and her favorite colors were blue, yellow, and anything pastel. Her countless stories from when she was younger were always floating around the room. I love when she told me stories, and she loved ghost stories. She even had her own ghost stories to tell. I vividly remember watching Sylvia Browne and Teresa Caputo with her every day. She introduced me to a couple of movies that I still enjoy watching to this day, Uncle Buck and Selena. Growing up while my mother was still in college, I stayed with my grandparents a lot. My grandmother's occupation was a home caretaker for my Aunt Michelle. So she was always home. My grandma was my best friend for many years. I can't even begin to scrape the surface to tell you all about the great experiences I had with her. When I think of my grandmother, Mary Lee, I envision making cookies with her from scratch. I smell the warm brownies that just came out of the oven. I picture the fridge filled with 8 cups of pudding. Chocolate on bottom, vanilla on top. You gotta save the best for last, she'd always say. I bake more frequently because it reminds me of her. I started taking on some of her traditions, such as baking chocolate cream pie for the holidays, with a piece missing. She always had to taste it before she served it. Her favorite thing to drink was Diet Pepsi. I don't think I ever saw her without one. She preferred cubed ice, not crushed, but she knew I always wanted crushed ice in my drinks. I imagine holidays at her house and the giant home-cooked meals that were to die for. Her goulash was an all-time favorite. I used to pretend to be sick so I could stay home from school, because I knew that when I would get to spend the day with my grandma, even though I was sick, she wouldn't make me stay in bed or in the house all day, unless I was actually sick. She would take me out shopping to the old country stores, looking for unique items that fit the decor of her house. She hated birds, but she decorated with crows. It fit the country cottage look. So tell me how that works. When I was growing up and getting into my teen years, when I felt like I couldn't talk to anyone about anything, I knew I could talk to my grandma and she wouldn't judge, no matter what came out of my mouth. She is one of the most supportive people I've met in life, and it saddens me that she is no longer physically with us. But I know that she's here with us. I can smell her scent sometimes, just out of the blue. Mary Lee Janes was an outstanding woman, and anyone that had the pleasure of knowing her and spending time with her was absolutely 100% blessed. She was an angel on earth, and now she's my angel above.